All right, good morning, guys. This is my first day of the vlog for MCAT studying. So I decided to start this because I wanted to keep track of like the progress that I'm making from my MCAT. A lot of times I just get lost and I just like forget what did I study the other day? Like, am I actually making any tangible progress? Am I moving in the right direction? So today it's gonna be like kind of not starting from square one because I have been studying for like a month and a half, but you know, like a very good like milestone, you know. Um, so basically, my baseline stats are that I'm starting at almost an even score for all sections. I'm starting at a 126 for the chem, 124 for cars, 126 for bio, and then 126 for psych. So it's kind of the same score for all sections. Basically, I'll have to just make even improvements on all, even improvements on all the sections. So the way I'm planning to study is that I'm planning to, previously I was doing the Pomodoro technique where I would just study in 25-minute blocks with 5-minute breaks. But I realized, after 25 minutes, especially when I was taking practice tests, I would just completely lose focus and I would have just like a reaction of having to look at something else instead of being able to focus on the work that I'm doing. So in order to kind of combat that and, kind of be better for the actual test, I'm gonna study in blocks of 95 minutes just so that it'll simulate the real test so that I'll get used to focusing for 95 minutes straight. Normally I just have trouble doing this, but I think this is going to be a really helpful strategy. So yeah, right now I'm going to sit down for 95 minutes straight, just like a block of 95 minutes. I'm not going to do the whole break of 10 minutes thing because I think that's just pretty brutal. That's more of a test day thing. I think I can put that together on the test day. But for right now, we'll study in 95-minute blocks and yeah, we'll see how my attention span goes. For today, it's just going to be chem studying. I'm going to be meeting with my tutor later today, so I want to have some questions ready for him to go over with me. So like right now, I'm just going to go over an old practice test, and because I recently, 2 weeks ago, I took the full-length practice test 1 for the AAMC. So I'm just going to go over the chem phys section right now. There's a few sections that I think, or a few topics I think that are going to trouble me a lot in chem phys, and I think first and foremost is going to be the lens equations. I used to have a really good grasp on them, but since I haven't taken the official exam in like 6 months, it's tough, man. It's tough. So that's what I'm going to go over right now. I'm going to go over the whole chem phys section. My biggest weaknesses in the chem phys section are going to be questions about probably chromatography, then like lens equations, and then I think probably questions on capacitance because there's so many capacitance formulas. The capacitor formulas, for some reason, they just do not stick in my head. The other questions about electricity, like the resistance and current, I'm okay with, but capacitance has always just been like a troublemaker for me. And then finally, I'm kind of like rocky with the electrolytic and galvanic cells. So I'll just have to do a quick overview of that again. But I think other than that, I think I'm pretty much good on chem phys. Just a big, just a big emphasis on memorizing formulas will help me a lot. Okay, I'm gonna sit down to study now. I'm gonna see you guys in a few minutes. All right, so we finished that study session. It was pretty good. I mean, I had a couple of interruptions, but honestly, I think sitting down to study for that 90 minutes straight, and especially just setting that intention to lock in and just go for it is really, really good. I mean, it just, that feeling that like listing one topic after another that you're just not solid in is not a good feeling, not gonna lie to you, but I'm just gonna trust the process because there's really nothing more I can do than to list what I'm weak at and then start reviewing that and just keep reviewing that over and over until I have it down. There's not much else to do in a chem phys type of scenario. I mean, if I'm not solid on it, I'm not solid on it. So that's the mindset, that I'm using to go into this. But yeah, so the next step would probably be cars. I have a lot of stuff to do today, so unfortunately, that time will probably be limited, but at least I have a solid amount of stuff to go over my tutor with, and I'm probably planning to review cars tomorrow, and take a practice test on Friday. So yeah. Also, I've been consistently taking a practice test every Friday for the past 3 weeks. It's good. It's honestly getting better. I thought it would just be just a soul sucking endeavor, but honestly, I think my stamina is going up. Obviously it's not healthy to be sitting down for 7 hours, every for an entire day, but it gets me used to sitting down and locking into study. It really does. And so I think that's what's keeping me going. So yeah, I do have to work on my essays for my personal statement. So that'll be later today as well. Yeah, my essays and my resume. I think I need to get my resume done, especially if I'm going to be applying for things like research positions. I definitely need to get that resume done. So I just met with my tutor and we went over a lot of good stuff. I'm improving a lot of my cars because I kind of switched the strategy that I use for cars. Instead of going with, reading the passage first and then going to the questions, a lot of times that would take me a lot more time and I would lose a lot of time on the cars section. So instead what I did was I read the questions first and then I went back to the passage. Now, the only thing is that takes 10 minutes flat, basically. But sometimes it takes a little more than 10 minutes. So I need to be able to improve my time on passages so I can take less time on easier passages and then maybe save some more time on the harder passages. Kind of use it like a buffer. So that's what I'm going to be working on tomorrow. All right, I'll see you tomorrow.